Hello everyone, welcome to the Financial Information channel. My name is Marvin. I do videos about the stock market, personal finance, and how to make money online. In this video, I'm going to give you the recap of what happened with the stock market this week, and I'm going to let you know what I think about the stock market. Now, let's begin with the video. And the first thing before anything, let's see how the market did during the week. The Dow Jones continued going up. During this week, it went up 0.15%. The Nasdaq went up a very good amount, 1.01% during the week. And the last one is the S&P 500. It went up 0.61%. And as you remember, during Monday, we had a lot of quality stocks selling off, and most of the retail and the bad stocks actually went up during Monday. There is an old phrase that says every dog has its days, and I believe that's what happened on Monday. Most of the stocks that have been really bad in 2017 actually had a great day on Monday, and I believe that at some point Facebook actually sold off over 3%, I believe, and that was a great opportunity to get some shares at a discount. But now let's talk about the stock news, and the first news is that the president revealed the new tax plan. The main plan is to reduce the corporate tax from 35% to 20% and reduce the tax brackets to only 3 tax brackets, which are 12%, 25% and 35%, and reduce the tax on S corporation partnerships to about 25%. And you will see a lot of headlines that the lowest tax percentage has increased from 10 to 12%. However, you can double the deductions, I believe, from what it was before. But to be honest, I don't think this tax plan is gonna be passing in 2017. That is gonna be one of the things that might pass in 2018. We will have to wait and see. If it passes, the stock market is gonna set new highs in 2018. And that tax plan benefits a lot of companies that are paying a really high amount of taxes. Now let's take a look at the company that actually moved up quite a good amount during this week. And the first company that you see on the screen is a biotech stock, and that company is Zogenix. Stock symbol is ZGNX, and the stock actually went up over 160% on Friday. One of the drugs that is used to treat epilepsy had great results on the phase 3, and that company is gonna have a decision to see if the drug is approved in 2018. And as you saw, biotech stocks are very risky. The company went up quite a good amount and it didn't have the drug approved. Now imagine if the drug gets approved in 2018, the share price is gonna move up quite a good amount. Now another company that had a great week was the new IPO, and that new company is Roku. It went up over 70% during the last 2 days, and that is usually what happens with new IPOs. They actually move quite a good amount during the first few days. I do expect the company's share price to move down during next week. Now some analysts have made their decision on Roku, and as you see in the screen, you can see the price to sales ratio. Only Facebook, Netflix and Alphabet have a higher price to sales ratio. Now keep in mind, that's what analysts think. I do think that Roku faces a lot of competition from Google, Apple and Amazon. Now another company that actually had their new IPO this week was Rovio, and Rovio is a gaming company that owns the Angry Birds franchise. The company actually moved up quite a good amount during the first few hours, which was 4%, but it ended up moving down during the day. And the next news is about Amazon. Amazon actually announced a lot of products this week. The first new product they announced was Amazon Echo, the second generation. The price for that device is gonna be $99. And the second device they announced was the Amazon Echo Plus. It's supposed to control your home devices, and the price is gonna be $149 for that device. And the next product is the Echo Spot, which had the price of $149. The next product is the Echo Connect. That product is to make calls. And the next product is the Echo Button. It's at $20. And the Amazon Fire TV, which supports 4K, is around $70. That is supposed to compete with the Apple TV and the Google device. And Amazon made this announcement so they can sell these devices during the holidays. And the last thing I'm gonna cover is gonna be the company that has moved down quite a good amount, and that's gonna be Momo. Since Momo doesn't have any news, let's take a look at the technical analysis. Now you can see this is the weekly technical analysis, and we are at this moment at the 50-day moving average. So we actually have a good support around the $31 price. However, if the stock continues to move down, there is another support around the $25 price. The RSI has become a little bit bearish during the last few weeks, and the selling volume has become mostly flat, except it had a huge spike and it had a huge drop during this week. Now I would have preferred if the volume had been decreasing during during the last few weeks. Now, what do I think about Momo? I ended up getting some shares at this price, and I will see what happens. However, I do think over the next few weeks the company is gonna come back. The only thing that I'm kinda worried is the volume. The volume should have been decreasing during the last few weeks. And that is gonna be everything for the video. Please leave in the comment section below if you had bought shares of a new release IPO. And I was surprised when I saw Roku go up such a huge amount. I bought shares around the $18 price and I sold around the $22 price. And clearly I lost a lot of profit because the share price is around the $26 at this moment. However, I thought that the company share price was going to move down on Friday. And with that said, you can subscribe to the financial information channel. I'm gonna continue bringing videos about the stock market, personal finance, and how to make money. I want to thank you once again for watching the video. Have an excellent day and take care, my friends.